want you to be thinking out of the box, and here's an example of thinking out of the box. I'm going to be building a janitorial supplies site. Now, we'll see how far we get with the building of the site, because I do want to demonstrate how to use our system. The reason I picked janitorial supplies is because I do online business consulting also. I've got a firm that does that. And we just acquired a client, and they're in the janitorial supplies business. In fact, we acquired the client a couple of days ago. I had a conversation with the client. They're pretty big. They're doing about, well, I don't not necessarily pretty big, but they're doing about $7-8 million a year in business, online business only. They've been around for a little while. They got a crappy looking site and a crappy optimized site, but they get the business, and they've been in business for quite a while, and their site is about 5 years old. That's always helpful when you have a site that's seasoned, that's been around for a while in terms of rankings and the like, and they've got tons of products up there. So I was talking to him last night. I work 24/7 pretty much, and I sent him an email last night, and I said, you know, I'm available to talk anytime to discuss how we're going to proceed with optimizing your site and getting the keywords that are converting keywords, that kind of traffic to your site, etc., and also looking at the on-page, and going to be doing some linking strategies, etc. And he emailed me back and said, I work 24/7 also, I'm available now. And this was about, let's see, was about 9 p.m. my time last night. And he happens to live in Atlanta, so it was 12 his time. He works until 2, 3, 4 in the morning after he gets the kids to bed. He homeschools. Very smart guy. Knows the internet. Has built several very large businesses and sold them. And I had never thought about janitorial supplies before, but in doing some of the work, analyzing his site, I thought it was an interesting niche, and this morning I didn't know what kind of site I was going to build, and I decided, all right, I'll build a janitorial supplies site this morning. I got up early. I had to go, my daughter's dog was sick. I had to go to my daughter's house and take the dog to the vet. In fact, she's still there. I hope everything is going to be okay. I came back a few hours ago, and that's when I started figuring out what I was going to do for this webinar. And so I did some research. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. People are joining. It's just about 11 o'clock my time in Los Angeles, and I think we're going to be starting right now. I'm sure some other people are going to be joining us as we go along. I'm telling a story about how I decided that I'm going to be building a janitorial supply site. So I did some research on the tool that is going to be available to our members. This is an output. Typed in janitorial supplies, and I got back a bunch of keywords, and I haven't really looked at them carefully. I also use Russell's tool. It's a very expensive tool for SEO people called Kraken. And I wanted to do a vertical online market analysis of the janitorial business, just to get a top-down view of what the market looked like. So that's as far as I went. But this is a picture of what the market looks like. You see janitorial in blue right here. I chose a couple of related words when I did this analysis: janitorial chemicals, janitorial cleaning products. You see, it's a fairly big market, actually. It's huge. There's 254 million competing pages. I think that was 254 million, if I can read it right, or 25, maybe 25 million. 25 million competing pages is what would be called, right, a market category. And above that is chemical bags in production. I find out a lot of interesting things about how things are related using this tool. We're not going to really be talking about the tool. This is not really the subject of this webinar, but I just want to show you. So here's janitorial, and some of the larger markets are cleaner and cleaners, and then a little smaller market than janitorial is janitorial supplies, and then smaller markets down here that are connected, janitorial services, safety, cleaning, janitorial chemicals, etc. And it brings me back a lot of information in terms of keywords and cost per click and searches a day and what's called co-occurrence. We're not going to get into that. And competing pages and total market value. And it looks like a very interesting market. Point is that I would like to see our members not building the standard kinds of sites, either with our tools, with our system, or any kind of affiliate marketing or any kind of marketing you do. Try to stay away from the gardening, barbecue, gift baskets, weddings, and those kinds of things. They're very difficult markets. New internet marketers seem to just gravitate to a handful of topics and usually never make any money. Not that you can't make money with those particular topics, but you really have to know what you're doing and position yourself right and get into the market. What a good friend of mine used to say, under the covers but on top of the sheets to begin with, because there's a lot of competition in those kinds of markets. So that's just an aside. So let's go. So now that you see we have the janitorial market we're going to be building a site on, and the information that's been brought back with a couple of tools I've used, I just want to switch gears and show you a couple of sites that are in the process of being built with our system, and how they look, and explain what's going on the site itself, and then show you how it how all of this integrates into the admin. This is a site, Best Outdoor Life, that I'm helping a mentee of mine build. He had this site before, and he was trying to sell patio furniture. You see that the Google AdSense still shows up patio furniture on the first page because he had this site up for quite a while, and he was selling tables and chairs and cushions and things like that. Not that you can't make money, but he was making a little money, but we looked more at his unique selling position based upon the domain name that he purchased, which is very interesting. He purchased the domain Best Outdoor Life, thinking that he was going to build a massive portal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but building a massive portal is building it one step at a time. You can't expect to be building a massive portal and have that up in 2-3 months. You have to pick and choose where your entry point is going to be. And so one of the things I would suggest when you're buying domain names is to, even if you are in a very tight sub-niche of a larger niche, think about buying a domain name that will allow you to grow if you want to, and if you have the time and the energy and the commitment to it. And so that's what this domain will allow him to grow into a lot of areas. We got into, decided to enter the market, the outdoors market, which is huge, through survival, hunting gear. We're going to have fishing, guns, those kinds of things. It just so happened that he was an Eagle Scout, and so these things were actually a passion of his. Not that you have to have a passion for what you're going to be building. I don't have a passion for janitorial supplies, and I don't think many people will have a passion for janitorial supplies. But you do have to have a passion about your business. And it is also nice if you have some kind of a passion, or you can relate to what you're going to be doing. It does make your job a little bit easier, but don't sacrifice that to get into something. If you have a passion about gift baskets, please don't build a gift basket site. I've seen too many of them, and very few people are successful building gift basket sites or those kinds of sites like I mentioned.